Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Victoria 3 and our Japanese Empire. We're in 1872 under still the Emperor Komei Yamato, and recently we were expanding massively into the Pacific Ocean, taking these Micronesian islands all over the place and also doing our first, let's say, aggressive expansion by subjugating Hawaii into our vessel. Alright. So yeah, the zone of Japanese influence was increasing. However, it's also bitterly necessary since we saw that the Western powers, or especially the US, still have this part of China and getting more and more involved within Asia. And henceforth we are kind of building a this is ports, but we were extending our navy and waiting for our naval base to be fully stocked with workers, with sailors, to improve our navy and hence get a bigger modern navy out. Same is happening with our army, where we switched already to skirmish infantry and shrapnel artillery and so on. Bicycle messengers are not yet ready because we would need some rubber somewhere, which we potentially can find somewhere here in Southeastern Asia. However, we do have a little bit of infamy left from Hawaii, which maybe we can build down, and then we have to see what we're going to do actually, since what is going to be the strategy. Of course, we have our claims in Korea, and this will be one of our major targets. But to do so, they're tributary of China, so I think before we could really take over Korea, it would be probably the best idea to first fight a war versus the Qing to get rid of the tributary over the Koreans, as well as grab some treaty port and maybe Taiwan in such a war or diplomatic play. However, they are still allied with the Russians, and therefore even the Russians lost to the Anglo-Americans when they conquered here this area, so the US took this province, which was a little bit weird, but this was happening, and we shall see where this is leading us to. And we have to, I think we can't take on Russia and Qing at the same time, so we should wait until Russia is once again involved into another let's say diplomatic situation. They are allied with France, and the French and Alsace, Lorraine, maybe this is a reason why Germany might get, or North German Federation gets aggressive. We shall see. Anyway, so this is probably our leverage where we can get a little bit more active. Then we do have the Heavenly Kingdom, and I guess it would be kind of interesting to get at least a treaty port quite early here, since we're trading a lot with them, and we could dominate this way better, I guess, if we get, for example, like Hong Kong here. Or is it? It was in Sharsu. Can we actually go for a treaty port? Apparently not. Which is a little bit humiliation. We are rivals, okay. Conquer state. Why can't I go for a treaty port? I really don't know, to be honest, why treaty port is not allowed here over here. Can I do it over at other places? Maybe it's just in case, we don't have interests over there. Where do we have interests now? We do have it here. I have no clue, to be honest, why we can't. A little bit surprised. Treaty port, treaty port, treaty port. Take treaty port. There's no valid treaty port province. Japanese rank must be higher than... alright. Okay, that's about the rank, since we're still... What rank are those guys? They are an unrecognized major power as well as we are. Alright, to get recognized, this can be either done by a war or by I think due to Max Mod with the decision when we ally a big country, which is probably the easier way right now. Who are we potentially allying? Can we steer a decision? Maybe it pops up once we have an alliance with one of the international powers. We do have trade pacts with the Germans and the British so far, so quite some... yeah, quite some stuff going on over there. So let's see, let's focus on this. But yeah, we're definitely also not done internally, and we don't have to wage wars every single moment right now and expand full. Let's keep on going, actually. We also need to take care, of course, of our further ongoing industrialization, of course. And the expansion of our country. We're researching mutual funds. Alright, we're going a more capitalistic way soon. Let's have a look at the... here we are already building railways. Here as well. So the market access... yeah, maybe here another railway then. Shall be delivered. Unproductive trade routes. Okay, we have some of them. Let's end them then. And we can support more declared interest. Alright, yeah, well, fleet is growing, so... yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be here. Indonesia, I guess. Nice. Which should also, once established, allow us to start colonizing here. Oh, the Dutch and the Spanish are over here in East Guinea. Maybe you can get just go for the islands for the beginning. Okay, the US are embargoing Peru, Bolivia. Do they still have President Cox? Yeah, Wendell Cox. This ambitious, charismatic demagogue who led them towards conquest in America, in China. Alright, mutual funds unlocked. A sort of pooled investment funds. The mutual fund helps combine the individual wealth of investors into massive pools of money that can flex immense financial strengths to acquire securities and other costly financial instruments. Alright, we do get the minting rate, a higher one, lower loan interests, and we can move everything basically to publicly traded. So yeah, and we want strong capitalists, so I think we should do that. You see, yeah. I mean, this will also give like the mediocre strata some more income, but I think it's okay. We should go for this publicly traded from the directly at everything. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, let's think about this for a bit. Maybe you can text me your opinion also. I need to, yeah. I mean, we have a pretty stable situation. The Saibatsu are already super strong, so maybe there's actually no big need. And I think before we wanted to continue to, or like maybe start more of a militarization progress, let's also do the reinforced concrete. So we build a little bit faster to really give our economy a super boost. Okay, are you already here? We're building ports over here in the new colonies. Fujian will is in turmoil, okay. I mean, of course, they are a little bit in turmoil since we have basically only Micronesian population over here. I hope that there's gonna be some Japanese migration. Melanesian, 90,000, okay. Anak has been kind of hard to differ what is ours and what is British, but I think... oh, here's British actually, the Eastern Polynesia. But this is Tonga and Fiji are ours. Okay, so this is the British interest down here, whilst ours is this inner circle. Yeah, as it should be. Okay, here we see the Dutch fighting a war versus Tidore. Okay. Okay, and it's like I feel like the time is also over where tinier nations like the Spanish or the Dutch can now allow themselves to conquer freely stuff here, since we set our interest, and I think we could potentially intervene to defend some countries over here. Okay, and North German Federation started the Make Dominion diplomatic play against Greece. This is very, very random. Okay. What do they all have with Greece, you know? Like that France, I mean, they took from the Ottomans this treaty port, but now they want this. We can't, unfortunately, we can't really intervene. Where's this coming from? Yeah, they still have King Otto von Wittelsbach. You know, Wittelsbach was the dynasty that ruled basically in Bavaria and other parts, the Palatine and so on, traditionally. And they were a big family also in the medieval. However, yeah, the mere existence of this family, yeah, being becoming a dominion, yeah, and I'm no surprised the British are supporting them. I don't like this development, since I was hoping for a kind of a British-German cooperation versus that could help us, since they are friends, versus potential Russian aggression. Yeah, and the Russians are supporting the Greeks, okay. Very interesting. And the Turks are supporting the Germans. But maybe actually this is the moment that I said, you know. If there's a war that breaks out, maybe our moment already has come where we can attack the Queen. They have 250, but ours should be better. Let's have a look at their barracks. They do have line infantry. We come with skirmish infantry on top. Let's keep on observing how this develops. It's only about war reparations and Greek subjugation, and this could be another of the big wars in Europe. Well, French and the Austrians seem not to get involved, nor are the Italians. And countdown to war. So this is the members. So is this going to be our? By the way, our income balance is escalating somehow. Maybe through the new minting and so on. We have really a good balance right now. Maybe it is time to even get out some more construction offices. Yeah, it is. It is. And maybe in the big provinces, let's go to 8 then. Let's really boost ourselves a little bit here. Oh, we're anyways not so many construction slots open anymore. Let's boost this. We use our new income. Oh, also a little bit to check out. Now we can't go to this bicycle, but we do have a capable army. But what would we do? You know, how would we? The Russians took already the Outer Manchuria. I actually didn't observe when this happened. Was there some kind of event or so? I don't know. I would love to take Port Arthur here as a treaty port, but we cannot since we are not a recognized power yet. So what would be? Maybe we can go with a conquering state of basically Shenjing, and then a liberate subject. We can just. I didn't know that this one existed actually. This would be our main thing to do. Or transferring it to us, but no, I'd rather... Yeah, this is... Let's wait until the war in Europe breaks out and then we'll force them to... Yeah, we'll like go for the Qing to release Korea as a subject. Okay, they're antagonistic now. Okay, and France goes for Tripolitania. Okay, this is... Okay, the French also... Sometimes apparently I missed some things. The French also got their treaty port over here. Now they want to conquer Tripoli. Okay, fair enough. After the AI was not that intense in the beginning, now it's kind of getting really active. I like it. However, this is kind of a weird conflict. And once again, I mean, I like these plays. You know, we've got the war and we have a massive war here. We have the Ottomans and the North Germans facing the Russians and the British over the Greek. Yeah, but the consequences will just like be war reparations or Greece subjugation. So, yeah. However, maybe our time has come. Let's just quickly check again the strength of they have no navy, which is really helpful for us in this case. And let's go for liberate subject then. The Russians are at war, yeah. They will not. Let's try it. And see what the Qing plan to... They are fearful, that's good to see. We could even sway countries. Can we? I'm not sure. Oh, they have their claims in the south. They are fine for me. I'd rather take Korean lands in a separate war than versus the Koreans. I think it's easier. I told you, like, maybe I want to release them, basically. But also, of course, we are envisaging a little bit of Manchuria also as a colony and so on. So maybe we should go already for taking the entire... If we can't take Port Arthur as a... Yeah, as a state, as a treaty port, maybe we can take, actually, here Shenzhen as our foothold in China. Conquer state. Where is it? Shenzhen. But maybe let's add it. Demanding this will result in infamy for us. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, sometimes I don't know when you give up. Ooh, the Scandinavians don't like us. Okay, I didn't even know that Scandinavia got formed. Right. I feel like this happens pretty often. And the Russians are still leaning, but they're not really joining in so far. Let's see if they join immediately. Haha, Hawaii is helping us. What a help. But the Qing are not really setting up any war goals. Okay, war operations now. On the Russian side with them. Damn it. The question is, how strong are they involved over here in this war? Where are they fighting? Quite hard here with the Germans. The thing is, we didn't see... I mean, we could add now, since we have to fight the Russians potentially also, we could try to add some... Qing declared rivalry. Maybe this was like, let's see, this could have been a little bit too early, but we are proud and we want to take part in the world stage a little bit, so this is what we gotta do. Socialism unlocked. A political ideology that encourages common social ownership of the means of production and self-management by workers rather than upper class. Alright. Yeah, our trade unions are not really good right now. We could ask for war reparations from the Russians or even go for then conquer the outer Manchuria. Quite cheap, actually. That's surprisingly cheap. Maybe then just let's add it and see where this takes us. Oh, Formosa, of course I wanted to take Taiwan. I was talking even about this and then I go for Xinjiang. Oh my god. This would have been so easy to take. But it costs so much infamy, so I'd rather wait for another war, I think. Or another conflict, which we're not in a rush right now and we don't need the population. So maybe then I'll go for Outer Manchuria, actually. We can have a look. There's tons of coal mines and so on, so pretty helpful, maybe. We can add it. And it's just... Oh no, we want force recognition. Okay. This is actually what we wanted. Let's also then add just the options. No, I mean, we don't have to do it, but then we still have tons of options. This is the nice thing. And let's take out the Manchuria in there as well. Let's see. Our infamy is at 32. I think with some leftover influence, it will go down. And are they uncertain? Okay. We don't have to mobilize anything by now because unfortunately the naval invasions don't really work well from my point of view with the... you can't really prepare them, that's the problem. Okay, you guys... escorting convoys at Oceania. Okay, you can stop actually with that. No, we can't plan it yet. Okay, we're gonna promote you a bit that we have a bigger fleet here. We don't even have ironclads right now, you know, we're still working... Oh, and we like kind of wasting our construction, or at least only we do private construction right now. So let's have a look what we need. That's why we suddenly have such a good balance. Porcelain, luxury, clothing, engines... Yeah. So let's get some more porcelain out then. Luxury cloth. And we could go for elastics now, but we don't have the rubber. It's not the time yet. With some more motors. All right. Just eyeballing here, you know. I'm not. It's nice to have, yeah, scales. So let's do one big Encanto. And you see now with the new investments in our construction capacity and building more, we are like a slight, perfect, yeah, around 0. This is how I like it. Any news from the diplomatic front? Just hope that the Russians here stay super long in the conflict with the others. Okay, the Ottoman fleet getting wrecked by the Brits. Okay, and here the Greeks, probably under the leadership of the Brits, I'm not sure. A lot. What, the British are also conquering Tripoli? I thought this was France. Wait. So is France, they're both trying to take Tripoli at the same time. Wow, a lot of stuff going on, as well as, what is this? Chile versus, yeah, okay, in South America, this is not really a big thing. But this is the big war here, and we see that the Brits are pushing back the Ottomans in Greece. Yeah. And once again, it's like sad that there's just these little war goals going basically on, since even if the Greeks, you know, now the Ottomans joined in. I'm not sure if the Greeks have a claim on Thessaly and yeah, probably Western Thrace. I'm pretty sure they do. I've never played, yeah. But it's control. I don't know if you can claims Greece. Yeah, Greece. So Greece has these claims. So it would have been kind of logical in my point of view if in such a constellation the Greeks win, they would get back the northern territories from the Ottomans. But okay. The good thing is the Heavenly Kingdom also rivals us as well as the Qing, so they won't really intervene here. Yeah, the Qing are still uncertain. Germans marching forward here versus Russia. That's I just really hope. I'm really scared that suddenly they peace out very quickly. So I don't know what I'm trying to do exactly. How does it look with our army? Okay, we have defense strategist. Okay, we need to increase your army a bit, the offensive one. I think I'm going to land both army groups, one offensive one marching directly at Beijing, whilst I move another one, the defensive one, maybe landing here in Outer Manchuria, so we also get some yeah, some war points versus the Russians. Secession in the Balkans. Croatian uprising, okay, alright. Oh, this here, just here in I should know how this area is called, but I'm like a little Slavonia, and yeah, I guess so. So lots of stuff going on, and here we're fighting our war versus Russia, China, and Korea. Wow. But Russia, of course, is in this other conflict, so let's hope they stay mostly there, and let's do our main landing. So we do a naval invasion here towards Beijing with the bigger army, because just taking the capital could be very helpful, as well as we're doing a naval invasion here in Outer Manchuria. Let's see where this is going to. Oh, I didn't even... Oh, that was maybe a mistake. I didn't even check, to be honest, the Russian flotilla situation. Ooh. Let's hope they're Kherson, Ingria, Rostov. Let's hope they're really also bound over here in the Black Sea and Baltic Sea. Yeah, that's mainly that's the only chance right now. This is not a Russian-Japanese war, like for real, where we have halfway. I mean, the Russians were obviously still superior in the historic one, but it's 32 days. 32 days, okay. Yeah, but this one is definitely, we are here the outsider, and as soon as they feel like the Russians make peace with the Germans, Yeah, I think it would be getting really hard for us. Are the French already in war with the triplet? Yeah. All right. 19 days for the invasions. Wow. And they sunk convoys of ours, but we still have a lot of them in reserve. That shall be fine. 51. But where did this happen? Like somewhere over here? Yeah, where some trade is coming from. That's obviously sad. This must have been the Russians, I guess. But let's focus on, we can't, yeah. After like landing, I think we have to deploy some ships over there to take some control over this. The good thing is convoys, we're really, I feel like, are they doing it in the English Channel? Okay. All right. But I do feel like, oh, there we are. Successful naval invasion already. Okay, give me the military map. Let's see if... And so far we have some success here, since the enemy is without general and just regular troops. They should also be line infantry while we have the skirmish one. Okay, here we're losing a sea battle, so maybe the other invasion is failing, is it? Oh, they were intercepted here. Why do they add Okhotsk? I want to land here, guys. Alright, this looks not that great. Oh, why could we only bring 4 flotillas in? Or did we lose so many already? Well, not the best start over here. At least versus the Russians, at least versus the Chinese, we are landing successfully and we are advancing. However, of course, numerically speaking, the enemy is superior. Here, see, they have 153 troops coming in, while we only got 60 over here. I just hope we can... I don't like the direction we're advancing, but okay. Alright, pump jacks unlocked. The trick with crude oil is getting it out of the ground is in a regular, consistent flow. The pump jack, the straightforward plump, is fits the bill perfectly. Alright, we're not doing any oiling right now, but we do have, of course, plantations. So let's have a quick look what this would do. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, fabric, yeah, not with the big ones yet. Yeah, a dye, of course, as well. Tea. Okay, we need more motors now, I notice. Let's do the small, and once again, I think, oh, it's not, the market is halfway right. We need tons of motors now. Okay, Kanto goes to 10, and maybe just in case open up another one for motors in Shikoku maybe, or Shikoku. Actually, it's completely, doesn't really matter. Let's do some more motors. We will need them for the irrigation plants. Is this already, did this depict this in here next to the Chinese wall? Well, is this our artillery? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Failed naval and automaschere. Okay. It was a failure. What can we do with these troops then? Let's also get them over here, or just to... Then just fire everything we can over here. Then we do have our navy, which will escort the convoys to North China. That's absolutely fair. Whilst you guys can go escort convoys to Portugal. Maybe they will help us in defending some of these convoy raiders. Okay. Let's see what the next battle will look like. Like Beijing is, I think, over here. We haven't taken it yet. They attack, counter-attack in Beijing area. This looks well. We managed to, yeah, bring our troops together quickly enough. Oh, is this one still going? Yeah, they're still fighting. That's good to see. Yeah, we are fighting the Chinese pretty nice. You know, we are technologically superior, not super heavily, but quite stable. This is looking very nice. And I hope after that, I think this should be Beijing itself. So if we take Beijing, and Russia... Oh, we're losing here. Probably need a lot for the supply here, over here, yeah. Maybe we should actively get some ports out. Some more. Just everywhere one more, why not actually? At least the ones where we do have population. Not that we're getting in a convoy problem. I'm really worried that Russia took the conscripts. It's 516 more. I really do hope, I think Ottoman surely we will not be able to conquer. I kind of hope on a quick decisive victory here after taking Beijing. This is where I'm placing my odds now. Yeah. But I think we will see how this war progresses in the next episode, because I think this is a good moment for a little pause. Maybe we'll wait until this battle is over. Until we defeated the Chinese here in a second battle here in Beijing. Yeah, it's almost over. Hopefully it's done soon. And they have already less men than we do. Victory. Okay, they failed attack. We see here, yeah, they lost 40,000 men to 8,000 and 75,000 wounded. So quite a big one. Now we are attacking on the other side. However, I would like to see the direction of the push a little bit over here, but maybe to trying to go to free Zhenjing, since this is also a target. Anyways, we saw so far also a failed landing attempt here in the northern area because there was unexpected Russian fleets and this conscription versus the Germans, which are attacking here on Poland in a broad front. Yeah, interesting stuff going on. Let's see how this is going to turn out for us. So far, we have 13,000 dead versus 50. Yeah, like the casualties are way higher for the Chinese, and also the cost of the war so far, which is surprising. Yeah, but we'll see where this is going to. Yeah, just stay tuned that you see also the outcome of this first Sino-Japanese war. And yeah, leave me a like and a subscription if you haven't yet, or let me know in the comments what you want to know and what you think. And then you see you next episode. Bye, your Strategy Wolf.